Now, I dare promise you by the end of this video, if you just stick around and watch this video to the end, for God's sake, it's just like 13 minutes, okay? I'm gonna share with you 5 ways on how you can make your money work harder than you. Okay, fine. I know you're used to this kind of a formula. You working hard for the money. And today I'm going to show you a difference of that. So how can you exactly make your money work harder than you? And by the way, by the time you understand this information, that's what we call now you're on the right track as far as achieving the financial freedom is concerned. Because I know you don't have the time to eat a lot of things. Just do these 3 things. Click 3 buttons out there. The like button, the subscription button, and also commenting down below. Let's get into the business. And by the way, if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Joseph, or commonly known as Good Joseph. Talk about finances, money, investment, and all those kind of things. And you can always call me. My number is always on the description of this specific video. I offer those services for just a cup of coffee's price. Anyway, let's get to the business. Now, how exactly can you make your money work harder than you? That's the reality. Okay, fine. Now, this is the point. See, when you work, guess what you're doing? You're solving problems. You're solving problems. Exactly. And then what happens? You get a reward. The reward of you working and also solving problems. Today's solution, or rather the payment that you get is usually in terms of a monetary value. You get the money. See, now, after you get the money, guess what happens? You squander or eat the money, and then you go back and you repeat the process. And by the time you realize you've hit a lot of years without you doing something. Now, how exactly can you do, or what are the 5 ways or can you actually use this money now, instead of you doing the work, the solving the problems and making the money? Now here, this is you. Now this is you. Now, instead of you here, you replace it with money. You replace that with money. What does it do? It does the work. All right. And guess what does it happen? It solves people's problem, because never forget this. The money you get is after solving people's problem. Money is a reward given after solving someone's problem. So the money works for you, or works in place of you, solves a problem. And once it solves a problem, guess what happens? It gives you another money. All right. And then what you repeat the process, guess what? You get yourself out of the equation of you working hard. Now, what are these 5 areas what you can be able to do? I'm going to share with you 2 sections of things. I'm going to share with you things that I call I'm going to share you with the investments. All right. And I'm going to share with you what we call the entrepreneurship, also called businesses. All right. See, now those are the 2 things that I'm going to share with you, how you can make money work harder than you. You together? Good. Now, let's go to the point number 1. What is that one thing that you can actually use and money can work harder than you? Number 1, I always talk about these things. It's an investment. See, when I talk an investment, it's when you take the money, you put the money into something that is generating some cash, and later it pays you. I'm going to share with you different names of the money. See, when you work for somebody, you get a salary, or you get an income. See, that income, once you budget for it, you set aside a certain amount of money. It's called a saving. See, once you save that amount of money for the purposes of achieving a certain amount of money for you to invest, that amount of money that you want for you to invest is called a capital. Once you get that capital, you have already now invested. It is doing something. It is earning you something out of it. Now, that capital is called an investment. Now, that you see, those are the money names changing all through. Okay. Now after the investments, guess what happens? Now, after the investments, you're gonna get something called what? A passive income. That's another name of money. You get what I'm saying? Or aka baby money. So when it comes to investments, how you can make money work harder than you. Right now, as you speak, I know you have some cash in a bank. So but if you go withdraw that cash, well, of course, I didn't say like you withdraw all the money. You get a substantive amount of money. Instead of having just a normal bank account, go grab yourself an MMF. I know I've talked about these things in a million times. For God's sake, don't ignore what I always talk about. You can get yourself an MMF. All right. So once you get yourself an MMF, MMF means a money market fund. A money market fund, guess what happens? It gives you interest daily. Can you imagine seeing your money making money each and every day? I'm sorry about the background noises. The children have closed the schools. They're all over the places and we love them. So bear with me for that. So now, see, an MMF, now what happens? This MMF now gives you a daily income. The daily income that you get out of the MMF from the money that you have invested is what now we call a what? A passive income. This passive income is now what we say it is the baby money. It's the baby money. Now, this baby money, it is actually this money which is in MMF. You do nothing. You don't make a call. You don't call nobody. You don't follow up. You do nothing. And the money is making you money. And then after that, the money that you make is called the passive income. And you can do anything with the money. And by the way, let me tell you one secret. If there is something that you can start as easy as you can with thin click of few buttons, you get yourself into an MMF, you get yourself into a money market fund, you're gonna make some cash. So this is one vehicle that you can use to make money work harder than you. We go to the next vehicle. The next vehicle, I always talk about it, never forget about it. And especially if you're watching this from Kenya, it's actually promising. It is called shares. We call them shares in Kenya. Depends on where you come from. It can also be called stocks. So you can buy stocks of the various countries, or rather various continents or various world, whatever. You can buy international stocks. You can buy local stocks. You can buy, for example, in Kenya, we have like 63 companies that are PLC, public listed companies, that you can buy shares. And with as low as 200 Kenyan shillings, with as low as that, you can be able to buy shares of maybe, let's say, 2 or 3 or 4 companies or something of sort. Absolutely you can. So if you can get your money, put it into stocks, put it into shares as you call it, then at that particular point now the money is working harder than you. Somebody is running. For example, if you buy shares for a big company, let me use an international company like Amazon. See, if you buy shares for Amazon, you don't call, you don't follow up, you don't even know who gets paid what in terms of the employees, you don't run all those nitty-gritties of the company, you just buy those shares, you relax, you do other things. Now you detach yourself from that money and the money is making you money. That's now making money work harder than you do. You get what I'm saying? Rather than the active income and something. So stocks another area that you can actually put your money and can work harder than you. Let's go to the point number 3. The point number 3 is none other than BT bills and bonds. This is quite of an interesting area as well as far as the investments are concerned. For this investment, now what happens is that it's an investment that, basically is lending government your cash. And again, it bears the same procedure. It gives you an interest. In Kenya now, we are talking about 16% and above as far as the bills and bonds are concerned. See, that's a quite of a good return. And some of them are free tax or tax-free, for example, IFB, that is infrastructure bond and what have you. So it's an area that you can go pick it up out there and do something as far as the investments are concerned. This is where you take that money. Yeah, I know bills you need like a minimum of 100K, bonds you need like a minimum of 50K. Again, that is according to the Kenyan law. I do not know where you're watching me from. I know you have got some viewers from Malawi, Namibia, South Africa, Nigeria, Egypt, whatever the place is, and even outside the country, like Gulf countries and Europe and Americas. Thank you very much, by the way, guys, for watching me all the time when I post those videos out there, okay? Now, see, this is an area that you can be able to pick, and maybe you're watching me, you're a Kenyan, you can invest back at home. You don't need to call nobody. You can just do these things by yourself. If you want to get into shares, you can do it by yourself. You can buy shares online. MMF, you can do it online. Treasury bill and bonds, you can do it online. And that's why I say my number is always on the description of this specific video. You can pick it up, give me a call, and I can be able to take you step by step or what you can be able to do. Don't have that money idle, that money is lying idle in a bank or something, is benefiting some other guys out there, those who are smart. Come on, don't do that, all right? That's like a shooting your foot, all right? See, these are 3 areas where you can be able to make money work harder than you. Let's continue with the list. Now, the other thing that you can be able to invest on and they make money work harder than you is none other than something called rates. Rates, this is called real estate investment trust. Real estate investment trust. What does it mean? Basically, fine, you see, we're investing in real estate, but now I know me and you can agree on this. See, you need a couple of cash. It's sort of a capital intensive to get into the real estate because you need to buy a piece of land, you need to come up with the infrastructure and all those kind of things. But now the rate now helps you. If you do not have the cash, this is what you do. You buy shares or stocks of a company that is already established that invests in real estate, and now they will be able to get the shares. Okay, what am I saying? Here there is a company that builds, real estate infrastructure, such as, commercials, rentals, houses, and what have you. Now, what happens? You give them your money. They take that money. They invest in the real estate. It's like you be a landlord or landlady indirectly. And you can start with as low as, I think it's 1,000 bob in Kenya and something also. Depends. Again, read and understand the what do you call the sort of a constitution or whatever, or the requirements, the terms and conditions of your rates in your country if you have it. After all, see, real estate or rates in an area, again, you can be able to buy and invest into as far as the investments are concerned. And again, you can still do these things online. I don't know whether you guys have realized something nowadays. A lot of things have become easier and actually accessible online. You can be able to invest on them. So things to do like, hey, I'm not back at home, I don't understand some things. No, come on, you got the good Joseph with you here. All right, grab that number, shoot me a call, we can be able to talk about all those things. Okay. And number 5, again, when it comes to investments Kenyans can relate to, is actually called SACCOs. By the way, if you ask me, SACCOs are like the basic of the basic of the basic investments that anyone who is a Kenyan thinks about when you think about investment, especially if you're interested on getting a loan in future for the purposes of investment. So real estate, or rather the SACCOs, is an area that you can be able to pick it up out there, go invest, and you can do something as far as your financial life is concerned. So anyway, go, this one does not need a lot of explanation. For those who do not understand what is a SACCO, it's like society or different communities come together. They kind of make a makeshift kind of a bank whereby they give their loans according to their own terms. SACCOs in Kenya are like alternatives of banks. Yeah, I think the banking industry in Kenya is quite amazing and good, by the way. It's quite interesting if you can actually go ahead and research about that kind of things. Anyway, now those are just but 5 areas where you can be able to invest as far as the investments are concerned. Other areas that you can be able to do something about it, we have something like a balance fund. We have like a balance fund. We have another thing called bond fund. All right. We have another thing called equity fund. All right. These are just, but you see, those are examples that I'm adding you like a 7. These are like point number 8 or something of sort. So those are just but areas where you can make money work harder than you, and in that manner, then you can be able to grow and prepare yourself towards achieving what we call the financial freedom. All right. So guys, I bet I've done justice. I bet it's exactly 13 minutes for this video, and if not 13, then it's close to 13 minutes. Anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, the point is this: assure me that you're gonna take a step. Don't just be watching me. And by the way, I know you'll be like, okay, Joseph, all those things requires like a lot of money. No, come on. Let's do a very quick example. Here you need like 100 bob. Just 100 shillings, less than $1. You are into money market fund. Shares and stocks, again, you need like $2 or $3. Bills and bonds, a little bit. That's one you can see a little bit needs like a quite of a huge amount. For example, bills you need 100, bonds you need like 50. Rates, again, you can invest with a slow money. Shares, again, like the only thing out of this list that requires a little bit of high amount of money is bills and bonds. Come on, that is not an excuse for you not to take a step. Go ahead and do something, and let's meet here after 1 year, 2 or 3 or 5 years, and guess what we're gonna do? God is great. We did something for the sake of our lives. Anyway, my name is Joseph. Make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and make sure that you can share this video if it's possible. Squeeze these videos, make this algorithm push this video so that when you watch a longer period of time, that makes it great. For now, it's a goodbye and see you in the next one.